shattered, but hope still flickers in our darkest dreams. Few would guess that our fate would be decided upon the Oneric Isles, an almost forgotten archipelago of the southern sky realms. On these uncanny islands, the apostatic union, power-drunk after slaughtering their once exalted gods, maintains but a paltry presence. Under their negligent gaze, the deep forests and dark places teem with cutthroats, cultists, and worse. In the desolate, endless realm, poor souls languish undying in decrepit mausoleums, yearning for their lost mortality, while the Clockwork Kingdom, ruled by the crooked logic of its manufactured monarch, strives to transform not just the realm, but reality itself. All these regions have their part to play in this unfolding story, but it begins fathoms below in the Underlands, a ruinous wasteland where none can draw breath for long. It is here that a secret waits to be uncovered by someone whose dreams burn brighter than any. But will those dreams kindle into a radiant destiny, or will we burn in the folly of delusion?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our finale of Delusion. Tonight, the fate of reality is determined one way or another. Welcome, darling. Congratulations on being first. How are you doing tonight? All right. How many times do you have to kick me just... What did it like? But... here we are. One bit of exploration, seeing what secrets we can discover. Before the final confrontation. And, of course, there are still some things to explore within the Underlands now that we have a higher law skill. And access, in case of emergency, to a bit of Scry's room tea. Always important to be prepared. Alright, so there was also this here, which is barred from the other side. But you were not the primary thing that I took note of. You were interactive, but I don't think you were connected to what I had found before. So I do recall running into some pubs that featured a similarly designed, what I've encountered twice now since. I believe it was more along. Also we have an additional Delusion spend. Okay, we already utilized these. That's correct. It is quite trying to have no access to a map, unfortunately. You are relying strictly upon memory and remembering what I found and where is certainly not my strong suit. But we do our best. Was it in part 2 of the map? I know it wasn't in part 3. Because the final order coach, you do end up in a position doesn't really have much. It's not that I recall. There was Cityscape, which I believe was where I found it. Could be wrong. I believe this is where the other vault was. Somewhere within this general territory. Precisely where absolutely struggle to recall. Because I think this law buff will be very important for actually resolving it. Okay, now this... I completed this law puzzle. Puzzle, quote-unquote, of course. Law check, really. Okay, this one was progress. I'd found something before going in here. I think. No, it might have been further up indeed. Because I don't recall going up here yet. Because it's a sort of enemies, and I don't believe I engaged in too much violence. So yes, we did go along this elevator. Thanks to Caxton Frost. There's also a secret in there of another flavor. So over here was more of the final autocode. What was the enemy that I avoided? And ultimately I'm still avoiding. This is just... the autocode at the end. Don't believe it was. Because you walked into the cradle. There wasn't a puzzle involved. It was just walking up and chatting with Vela, which means thought I remember, which I'm quite certain was down here at least, remains elusive. There's also a secret seemingly there. There's no way to activate that and evade it in the same breath, I think. Could definitely need to be at the top. Send the elevator down. Jumping buzzers. You can't escape the elevator while it's moving. Unsurprisingly. Where did I remember seeing it? Was it earlier? Might have been earlier in the level. What was in this escape? It might have been more the... in the starting area. Hmm. Berries. Undeniably a secret down there that I have not yet uncovered. Things we can worry about soon enough. There are still so many curiosities to attempt to unfurl. And it would be nice with a better ability to understand where we are and where we're going at any moment. Light being denied a map. So that's connected to the mushroom forest, which maybe that was where I run into it. I haven't really gone back there, have I? We come to the Emberian here. Oh, was it? No, we opened this. Alright, not there. Lord Bath is still active, for a little bit at least. Gotta keep an eye out for some remaining machinery. Our truth potion is somewhere. No, I think we got what's up here. It wasn't. Oh, maybe I thought about the death zone. This was not what I was remembering. There was still an Iberian vault somewhere down here on the surface. No, it must have been. It's the Clockwork Kingdom then. I did park that thing quite poorly, didn't I? Alas. We found one. Oh, actually, might have been on the War Isle. Would be fitting, wouldn't it? And there were some little puzzles that I did not ultimately find all of the pieces for. Did I unlock you already? I did. Have you holders not renewed if it ever will? Probably. Borrow the gentleman's bed if I can recall. Where precisely? No, that's a different cavern. This is the revival point. But not quite. The curious home of our mercantile friend. Here we are. Those candles are all in order. Excellent. Ah, I can indeed borrow. Wonderful. And no repercussions either. Very important part of the bet. Lack of repercussions for using it. I've actually noticed that building before. Ah, there's one that was supposed to get in. Oh, no, we did go in here before. All skill is too low. Let's correct this. Ah, this was indeed. It wasn't the other land, it was here. Wonder what's below the giant robot. But first and foremost, let's see if we can gain access to this vault. You're over here. I know this. It's not just ones. Oh. Indeed. Walked around in a circle there. Let's try this again. This time with more faith in the direction we're going. Alright, we need one more Iberian pump activated somewhere. Very slow shots, though. Effective enough, but... nonetheless... Have we been... Yes, we have been. I think we were not long ago, even. Endless search. For the remaining Iberian pump or pumps plural. Oh, there was a death veil here. Claimed. Okay, there's... Oh. Why might 9 to break into that? Well, we are definitely not getting might 9. Oh. Here you are. Might 10 for whatever lies in here. Thoroughly lots behind raw power. There's no equipment you can wear to offset that. And possibly utilize to begin offsetting that. Would theoretically be Iberian gear. Okay, so we still need to reactivate the third one, which was definitely more in this direction. I only did spread this one out heavily, though. Because I remember I ran this one on accident at the end of yesterday's stream. But I suppose leaving the island has reset it. Which is fair. Thought it was somewhere around here. Wait, hold on. Is that it up there? There's not one I found before, which means that might be why it was remaining non-functional. Moment of truth, then. The way around, at least. Which is always quite the potent if. Here we are. And within lies damaged Iberian armor. The question is, how do we get a bit more Iberian ore? Because I believe as it stands, you really got to decide how you want to utilize that Iberian ore. Very diligently. So easy. Let's see if that shifts automatically. That would be very useful if so. Interesting. You don't seem to be transforming though. Actually, must be working at all. Think of it. The bow seems to be Little less than function. Very curious. But this means I don't recall properly exploring in the first place. For instance, we've actually... Well, at least I didn't mark this on my map. Yeah, I didn't actually come here. Alright, that counts as the old ruin key, which... Right. We now reknit flesh. It is certainly a way to get around. We do indeed. Would definitely be useful if I were more durable than a paper bag. Nonetheless, we do appreciate it, nonetheless. Options are always important. Speaking of our ability to jump, to deduce which direction I'm currently in. I can try to visit the Clockwork Kingdom, as I was. Small jumping area that I was definitely a bit too slow to clear. That leads to the home of one Horace Metcalf. Or you proved elusive last time, but not today. There may only be fine ore in here, however. It is mine. Those things behind the graveyard. Never once thought to look. Trees really do love to get in the way. It's like locked door in A. Mausoleum. At least they did actually put something on here. They very easily couldn't have. Could have not, rather. They took the time to do so, and I appreciate that. A nice reward for morbid curiosity. I wonder how you get the key. To the third mausoleum. Because this is the North Mausoleum, next to Dava Keep. That's the Southern Mausoleum. This is the one over here. But also, come to think of it, I actually want to explore many of our curious minds, didn't I? It's not on Quill. There is one to the northeast. There is a solitary mine in the Endless Realm, which we have perused properly. Seems to be none. So we can. Oh. Don't mind me. Well, do mind me, I suppose. So to the north east of Hollowtown, there is a mine. I looked a bit in it, but I was impeded either by law, or by, at the time, a weakened lockpicking start. It has been quite rectified by this point. Ah, here were the mines. Got it. trade off path for a moment. Some silk thread. We then turn it into a shortcut to Monsterville. It was really lovely this time of year. Depends on how feisty the monsters are feeling. Usually a wonderful vacation spot, though. Ring of stone skin. Honestly, given that it's flat events, probably quite good for someone who's a bit more guile focused. But looking to engage in a bit of the old ultraviolence. Alright. Deeper into the mines we go. A bit more glorious sink. Nothing actually over here. Long track for some final... I think there were some other things earlier on that I couldn't access. Plenty of exploration still to be had. Probably. It is very easy to get lost in the mines, however. Regardless of which iteration. Indeed, this is definitely a spot though you get a lot of early fine ore, isn't it? Not a bit of diligence on future playthroughs. Right, this was... This is one of the core things that prevent us from making progress. Right, he was at end of iron ore. So still works a bow, but you do not shift as you are supposed to. But do not fulfill any melee roll, it seems. Okay, that led to the law path, which is we've opened this time. Let's get that keep. Let's find the cartographer and in some of our cipher charts. Dabble with a bit of actually, one of the things we can still glance at as well. Because those still denote locations of using truth potions. There's one that we didn't actually utilize the truth potion around yet. Was it more on the west side of everything? Might have been, because I think it was around the entrance. Yes, here. So theoretically from here with the truth potion... Which also was being disguised here. Or you simply to note... Oh wait, that's what it is. Got it. A bit more iron ore for our efforts. Indeed. Good to know. We have fixed up the Thornwood Manor properly. Let's see what things we can add to the Home in the Clockwork Kingdom. Sometimes you have priorities. Sometimes you simply want to look over the work in progress and appreciate what will be. All right. Let's see how it's looking. It is certainly looking quite a bit more workable. Much, much more comfortable. Ah, and this one gives us an agility buff. Very charming. All right. I'm also curious. We still have 72. Let's get options for furnishings and perhaps even see what ways we could outfit our airship. Also, we can make some wizard's robes. I need to visit a general store first. I don't believe you offer one in Clockwork Kingdom, do you? Actually, the general goods store was... Was it you? Indeed, this is what we can sell. Much of our remaining stockpile. White way. Open the... We need a light nap. Probably should these. We take what we can get sometimes. No debuffs though. That's a win in its own right. Actually, hold on. Right. Let me see what you have to say. It is indeed a rough little place for the time being. If we can just find... Ah, here we are. Ah, we need... Ah. So the theme... Select also affect which buff you can get from it. Very interesting. You would need quite a bit of additional jealousy though, it seems. Ooh. Quite expensive. Oh, you definitely were not prepared for this. But that's fine. Yeah, what are we utilizing the bonds? We can use that to start. Customizing the airship a bit. Here we are having a very nice, only lightly buggy ghost ship. Only lightly buggy. But it is quite a bit faster and very nice to control. So back to Holoton next. Hello, Pygoth. We do need some Jetta Seed, and we certainly can make use of putting a good chunk of our mana potions. What else can we look to remove from our inventory? Before we do anything, decisive, let's see what additional customization options are available here. No, let's go back to Global Kingdom. Anything we really want to sell right now, we can sell there. As such. One is to remember where the building I'm looking for is. Ah, further out. Got it. Ah, you actually don't offer any. So it's only the endless. I'm only given 3 sets of options. Then, well. Yeah, you're still. Still, there's a platform here. So, go back to the gun shape for a moment. There was someone who we couldn't. There was a key we couldn't access because we were theoretically sent. Oh? Oh. Mm-hmm. Ah. Tell me about this gauntlet. Okay, I'll kill it for you. I mean, I do have other voiceal implements. I suppose you're not aware of that presently. That's fine. I suppose that's why... Ah. Hello there. Making a task that I don't want to do. Do you know this place? So why does the High Confessor want her dead? If you're the same, can't you stop her? Ah. That has a model with the driftworm. Speaking of God, let's explore the Holotown. See what lies within. The room guarded by loyalty among thieves. What actually takes to properly dress this kid? Right, it was. Here we are. Ah, so those are the. Ah, this door is not opening anytime soon then. Anytime soon, I mean this door is not opening at all in this playthrough. It's also nice that you can't just play all sides. To properly choose where your support and your values lie. I'm sorry for what it's worth. Just follow Inquisitor Ignavius' orders then. Hmm. You say wine, perhaps. Some tea instead. But I suppose. That really does not leave a whole lot left. Other than challenging Vela herself. But I will see if I can at least indulge in some final curiosities about the house in Sepulchre. Honestly, the freedom this airship provides is impressive. I do so dearly appreciate it. Take a nap inside for a moment. Honestly, it's fixed itself up quite well. Still missing some jealousy, but how much more do we need? Do we have any jealousy left? We have one jealousy to one name. Oh, actually, that's another curiosity. Found a couple of these. These require a key, though. He'll probably work best in Hollow Town properly. Oh, right. You know what have... Well, I suppose, right, they did say that an Iberian key can be a bit unreliable without knowing exactly what I'm looking for. Wondering how you access... I've seen 2 of them currently. Otherwise, let's see if we can purchase a bit more. Oh no, we already emptied your stock, haven't we? There's usually a seed over here. One in Thornwood. Otherwise, we have no idea. Which leaves us need to find 5. And tonight, Pygoth. Alright, another Jittersy to one name. Do seem to be most prevalent. I've always rated you. Sorry. Take care. It isn't quite prevalent around Hollowshire. Season 9. Pygoth, not a Jitterseed. That's a Jitterseed though. We need to find one. We can get one more Jitterseed. We can upgrade. We can return to Thornwood Manor. Grab one of the Jitterseeds there. And from that point, I don't believe there was one when approaching the castle. Nope, I was wrong. Yeah. Perfect. Magnificent. A quick gander south once you remember which directions are these. You're still currently drained. Very ore seems to be quite a limited resource, unsurprisingly, but it doesn't seem there's any place. Well, the probably two poison ones you actually find in the mines might have it restored. But was still another cheetah seed. Ah, there is. Wonderful. And now back. Guess what you have? Molly's treasure. I probably split you in the first place. Let's see how things look more under Clockwork Kingdom's aesthetic. That is certainly a look. It is indeed. An aesthetic. No, I think I find it quite charming for the most part. But I suppose, let us at last challenge for the finale. Ah, so you're all down here this time. just trying to kill her, okay? As long as you try. That's all I'm asking. My pleasure, Laith. How are you feeling? I'm sorry, Frost. I won't let you activate the angel. The so-called heaven is too chaotic an idea. She must be stopped. Welcome, Base. You are indeed too kind. How are you doing tonight? What about you, Jack? Where do you sit on all of this? What's the plan when we reach the cradle? I see. What is lead code? Ah. Does seem like very useful practice. Alright. The final act. Final dish. You know, we've spoken about it. There's a utility hatch that we can utilize. Right, so indeed, this is entirely for last minute upgrades. Looking for an aeration pipe. Already defeated. I don't think this is the aeration pipe, but it could be actually, considering. But I'm not certain this is necessarily a way in currently, not without. Some sort of interactable. Ah, there's Frost. What specifically are we talking? Actually, will that definitely make anything we do more viable? All right. Marching toward a failsafe, eh? Well, even has the robot on their side, eh? There's still loot all around here. Interesting. Another bit of Imperial ore. If we can get 2 more, we can finish upgrading this armor set. It would certainly be nice. I'm sorry, it doesn't look good. Very dramatic. I'll tell him my promise. Oh, I could not above that in the end. Oh, meant it down. Theoretically. Or pass me the side, eh? There's a point we can rest. otherwise it's all upward from here. A small bit of it, that I know with law-wise that didn't do anything on its own. Hopefully it will pay off later on. Oh, no, you definitely still saw me. Right, so we are still definitely working towards something there. It seems a little bit of a climactic run. I've not been here before. Excellent. Another Emberian ore. So what's it? 2, I believe. We did manage to avoid the fight entirely. Incredibly executables if you want to regain control of the situation. Well, we have used charm to shift loyalties here. Quite a bit of bloodshed there. I didn't walk into this room earlier then. Rules just be able to charm your way into having some assistance. He is quite an endearing prospect, I would say. Okay, all that's left here is the lift then. So there is a way back. So this is dungeon part 2, it seems. Or... I look from a friend of yours. Thank you, Vela. It's just you and me now, Angel. Well, you and me and Care. I've proven my worth. Won't this angel cause another world event? Well, it's now or never. And here we stand. In front of an otherwise almighty creature. We'll clench our teeth. What are you? Why are you here? You caused the world to end, didn't you? Hmm. So, what happens now? I think I'm ready to choose. I wish to banish you back to the void. Yes, you must return to the void.
In a searing flash of light, the angel is torn from existence. For a moment, you see it tumbling into the fractal madness of the void, just before the rip in reality snaps shut. The cradle lurches around you. Without its power source, it has begun to plummet back to the Underlands. It is only thanks to the nimble piloting of Jack Basalt that you are rescued from the wreckage. Ignoring her frantic protests, you shove Vela on the craft as well, and the three of you watch the cradle fall below the clouds. You are silent on the journey back, thinking only of Orla, the Duchess, and Caxton Frost, for whom the cradle will forever be a tomb. With your penitence fulfilled, you are released from the Inquisition. Free at last, you set off alone, caring not where the wind takes you. In the years that follow, tales are told around the Sky Realms of a lone wanderer whose very presence seems to put strange events in motion. Jack Basalt retires from mercenary work and spends the rest of his days drifting from tavern to tavern, drunkenly rambling of his bygone exploits. With time, the names of his former comrades are forgotten, and he is regarded as just another old fool. Frost never marries his lover, Samol. He remains a traitor in the eyes of his homeland. The Duchess, shredded and scattered to the winds, finds a strange new peace as a fractured witness to the secret life of the Underlands. The Emberian's armor lies, unrusting, at the base of the world, while her flesh returns to the soil. Their sacrifice is recorded on the jet-black memorial obelisk that stands in the gardens of the Citadel of Doubt in Riova. Thanks to your assistance, Payguth and the Wiccan covens chase the apostatic union out of Hallowshire. Rumours spread of terrible afflictions that twist and deform the region's populace. But one thing is certain, their harvests are bountiful, and their bellies are always full. And in neighbouring Pwll, the scry shroom harvest never quite recovers, with the village falling into destitution in the coming years. Hood, however, travels the sky realms, finding awe and adventure. By calming the Entombed One's rage, you ensured that the Queen of Silver will reign over the endless realm for many a century more, while her subjects rest safely in the quiet gloom of their mausoleums. But soon, it is made apparent that the Endless's flesh farms are an untenable form of sustenance. Lord Ridder is able to convince the Endless to resume the Cadaver Crusades, and the Endless feast upon mortal flesh once more. Still, the Endless prove tenacious, and for many years the mortals of the Sky Realms live in fear of the Cadaver Corsairs. With your help, the Clockwork King dies without an heir, and its courtiers are violently deposed. Though many citizens perish in that first brutal winter, this time a natural spring follows in its wake, along with a blossoming sense of mutual solidarity. The Saboteur's leadership ensures that people meet the crisis together, and soon the old songs, all the old songs, return to the tea rooms and temples. It also creates a safe haven for crooks and black marketeers, who swiftly become indispensable to society. Many lives are saved by generous aid from Wiccan Hallowshire, whose cultists sense an opportunity to spread the gospel of Payguth. Religion once again becomes a flashpoint in the former kingdom, with local apostates receiving covert backing from the Union. With Vela defeated, the chains that bound your mysterious benefactor shatter, freeing the entity at last. You never cross paths with it again. After the Cradle incident, the High Confessor's ingenuity is finally recognized. In time, she rises to the very top of the Inquisition, serving as Grand Inquisitor. And as for Vela, you shared few words during your escape. The next day, she was gone, and none have seen or heard from her since.
And thus, ladies and gentlemen, concludes our exploration of Dread Delusion. It really is quite the charming time. It does still have a few bugs here and there, it seems. And while mechanically this is not a game that will contain too much interest, it is, thoroughly at its heart, a role-playing experience in a distinct and ever so memorable world. It does leave me wondering with that ending. There are a couple of things I could have done a little bit differently. The return of the Cadaver Crusade certainly is not an outcome I was opting towards. I wonder what can prevent that I overlooked. Likewise, perhaps the end result of freeing Pygoth is not quite what I would aim for, considering the spread of their gifts and the remaining ever-present conflict between man and God. But these are things that raise interesting curiosities, and one of many ways and reasons that one can and should return and enjoy the world present here once more. It is a nicely dense role-playing experience. I indulged in, at the very least, the lion's share of it, as it does seem there are probably some things that I overlooked, as there usually are in these. Plus there were some things I could not access due to my neglect of the might stat. And through all of that diligence, it was still about a nice 20 hours of just getting to be lost in a world well worth the time of many. Normally we would have a bit of filler content to wrap up the day, but I would certainly say that with the endearing tone of our finale, it might be best to simply call it an early night. Nonetheless, thank you all very much for joining me. We will return tomorrow with Echostasis. But, in the meantime, I shall send you forward to one Amelia Rose, who's currently playing Dave the Diver. Do give her as much of your affection as you can. Hopefully there'll be plenty of excitement, Echostasis, when we return tomorrow. But, in the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, please do all that you can to enjoy the remainder of your evening. And as always, take care and good night.